Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Dom the Movie Guy here to give you the latest movie buzz. So, I haven't done a video in a couple days. I've kind of been sick, kind of had something, a little bit of something going on. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than I've been doing. I just watched a fantastic movie, Moneyball, with Brad Pitt. So today, I'm going to be doing a top 10 list of my top 10 favorite Brad Pitt movies. Now, like I said in my previous videos, I have not necessarily seen all of these movies. However, I've done my research and I know enough about them. And so here goes. Here are the top 10 Brad Pitt videos. Okay, so first up, at number 10, we have Troy, directed by Wolfgang Peterson. This tale features Brad Pitt in the role of the legendary Achilles, a Greek hero who, after being dipped in the mystical river Styx by his mother, the Titan Thetis, gained the powers of invulnerability. An adaptation of the Homer epic poem, the Iliad. Achilles was a hero of the Trojan War who ended up fighting with Hector, the brother of Paris, who was inadvertently started the Trojan War by kidnapping Helen, wife of Menelaus. I'm not going to get into the whole details, but all I know is Brad Pitt did a great job in this movie, and he looked really good. So number 10, that is Brad Pitt as the role of Achilles in Wolfgang Peterson's Troy. At number 9, we have a personal favorite of mine. We have Steven Soderbergh's Ocean's 11. Brad Pitt plays George Clooney's trusted accomplice and best friend, Robert Rusty Ryan, a con who seems to know everything, is a master of disguise, and never seems to stop eating, yet somehow always gains a pound. Brad Pitt was personally one of my favorite parts of this movie. It was a great movie. Excellent, well done. Steven Soderbergh, easily one of his best movies, and that is Brad Pitt as Rusty Ryan in Ocean's 11. At number 8, we have a lesser-known, more underrated film of Brad Pitt. He starred in a small role in the 80s flick, Ridley Scott's Thelma and Louise, which stars Susan Sarandon and Geena Davis as a pair of women who just decide to go it all on the road, just abandon everything that they've got and just go for one all out. And Brad Pitt plays a handsome stranger named J.D., who Geena Davis's Thelma meets in a bar, and who shows off to her that he is a swankering cowboy. Pitt does a good job in it, and he impresses her with his cowboy style and his accent. Number 8, that's Brad Pitt as J.D. in Ridley Scott's Thelma and Louise. Alright, at number 7, now we're getting into the big leagues here. Brad Pitt this time stars as the swankering leader of a squad of bushwhacking Nazi soldiers who are going through Quentin Tarantino's imaginary universe of World War II Germany. That is Brad Pitt as Lieutenant Aldo Raine in 2009's Inglourious Basterds. The film was nominated for a massive amount of awards. It scored Christoph Waltz his first Academy Award, but ultimately Brad Pitt was the one who stole the show as the commander, Lieutenant Aldo Raine, who not only proved to be swankerous and charming, but also deadly when he needed to be, while at the same time not managing to sound too ridiculous at the part. Quentin Tarantino is known for casting A-list stars, but Brad Pitt really filled it out as one of the top ones. That's Brad Pitt, number 5, as Lieutenant Aldo Raine in Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. Sorry, number 7, that is. Number 6, we have a more lesser-known role as, for Brad Pitt. In his early days, after directing the much-lauded Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, director Guy Ritchie came out with the movie Snatch, which is an ensemble cast and has a bunch of revolving stories set around it. And Brad Pitt actually stars in it as an Irishman, a boxer named Mickey O'Neill, who basically is completely... You cannot understand him at all with his heavy Irish accent. All he knows is boxing, and he ends up getting on the wrong side of many people. But Brad Pitt did a great job in this movie. He really pulled off that accent, even if you couldn't understand a damn thing he said. That's number 6. That is Brad Pitt as Mickey O'Neill in Guy Ritchie's Snatch. Alright, at number 5, Brad Pitt in more recent years has been known for collaborating with director David Fincher, and the first of his collaborations with Fincher was in Fincher's 4th film. He collaborated with him for The Thrill alongside Morgan Freeman in the thriller 7. Brad Pitt played hotshot rookie Detective David Mills, who was teamed up with his elderly partner, Detective David Somerset, portrayed by Morgan Freeman, in order to catch a serial killer who was killing off people according to the 7 deadly sins. This was later revealed to be Kevin Spacey's terrifying John Doe, but Brad Pitt especially played his part as very well, especially in the end when he pulled the "what's in the box" line. That number 5, that is Brad Pitt in the first of his many collaborations with David Fincher in 7. Number 4, we have another collaboration with David Fincher. Brad Pitt plays the mysterious man who seems to be aging in reverse, Benjamin Button, in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Born looking like a miniature 127-year-old and aging in reverse, Pitt pulls off probably one of the greatest performances ever seen in film. An adaptation of the novel, I forgot who wrote it. He was nominated for an Academy Award for this. It was his second Academy Award. At number 4, that is Brad Pitt as Benjamin Button in David Fincher's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Number 3, we have one of the films that really got Brad Pitt on the map. That is Terry Gilliam's 12 Monkeys. In this movie, Bruce Willis is a criminal who is sent back in time in a dystopian future, who is sent back in time in order to find out the discovery of the source of a plague that has wiped out almost everybody on Earth. The people in the future believe the cause to be a terrorist organization known as the Army of the 12 Monkeys, and one of their members is Brad Pitt's Jeffrey Goins, who is a psycho loony who may have potentially caused the virus that caused the outbreak and destruction of the human world. At number 3, we have Brad Pitt as Jeffrey Goins in Terry Gilliam's 12 Monkeys. Number 2, we have the movie that I just watched, Brad Pitt's latest Oscar nomination, for Best Actor, 2011's Moneyball, directed by new and up-and-coming director Bennett Miller, who had just recently scored a lot of Oscar buzz with 2005's Capote. Moneyball stars Brad Pitt as Billy Beane, the GM for Oakland A's baseball team, who teams up with Jonah Hill's Peter Brant in order to put together a team for the first time, not based on actual plays, but based on statistical evidence of where they could go. Brad Pitt surprised a lot of people. Not one of his best performances, but the film really stood out in how good it was. He was great. Jonah Hill was great. Everybody in the movie was great. Chris Pratt was even in it for a few seconds, but Brad Pitt really stood out. Number 2, Brad Pitt as Billy Beane in Bennett Miller's Moneyball. And the last one, easily Brad Pitt's most iconic film role of all time. This was the one that really got him on the map. Even though he was only a side role, he was excellent in it. Number 1, we have him in another film by David Fincher, Fight Club. Tied with The Social Network, I would say, for being David Fincher's best film. This one features Brad Pitt as the supporting character to Edward Norton's narrator, the bad boy, psychotic, going against society, Tyler Durden, who convinces Edward Norton to form an underground recreational fighting group called Fight Club that eventually spirals out into a domestic terrorist group set on destroying all creditor buildings and sending them back to base zero. Easily Brad Pitt's most recognizable role. He didn't get any critical acclaim for it, which is a shame because he should have. And that's it. So at number 1, Brad Pitt as Tyler Durden in David Fincher's Fight Club. Alright, that's it. That is my top 10 Brad Pitt performances. Did I miss anything? Did I spoil anything too much? Please leave a comment. And that's all. Have a good night.